Hey guys! So today I am doing my 2019 goals for this year. I am so excited. Hopefully I can actually obtain these goals because I'm not putting them like too harshly on myself. I know my limits. I know with Alyssa being a year old that I will not be able to do as many things as I did in 2018. But without further ado, let's talk about my goals. So my first goal is that I am going to read for pleasure, not because of pressure. I know it sounds super corny, but like if you know me and my mom, that's how we operate, is we are literally ears of corn. So I had to make it something corny and inspirational for myself to actually feel motivated. But I have decided on reading for pleasure, not because of pressure, because I put way too much stress on myself in 2018 to read as much as I physically could. Now, my goal for reading this year is higher than it was last year, but I'm not going to pressure myself to read physical books the entire time. I am going to be reading more ebooks and audiobooks this year. I don't need to read a physical book for it to count, because that's ridiculous. That is so unnecessary. Audiobooks are reading, ebooks are reading. It does not have to be out of a physical book. So I'm going to do that more, which means I'm going to be spreading myself out into more genres, because there are a lot of stuff that I would not buy a physical book of, but I can buy an I can buy an ebook for cheaper, or I can find through the library in an audiobook that I wouldn't have access to a physical copy, or I don't want to buy a copy of it. So a lot more is going to become available to me, and I'm very excited about that. I would also like to not give myself the pressure of reading new releases. I know that's probably what's going to be the most popular here on BookTube, but that does not necessarily mean that that's going to be the most popular as far as what I like to read. I prefer thrillers, I prefer fantasy, I prefer not contemporaries. I prefer a little bit of romance, actually a lot of bit of romance, but I don't want to force myself to read something just because it's like the hot new thing. I would actually like to go back and read some of the older books that I have on my shelves, like 2010 and earlier, because I feel like those get underloved here on BookTube, just because they are not the next best, greatest, newest thing. And I would like to shed some light on some of the older books that I have not experienced yet, but hopefully I will this year. My second goal is actually my reading goal, and that is 80 books this year. So that is about a book every 4 days. I think I can do that, especially if I read more ebooks and audiobooks. I have actually read 2 ebooks already this year, and I'm working on a third, so that's really exciting. I am already ahead of my goal a little bit, which I know will completely change by the time like March rolls around. But I would like to read 80 books just to see if I can, kind of push myself to read a little bit more regularly, because I would like to use that as a, like, I can do this. I don't have to be a mom and a wife and a worker and a whatever all the time. I can be Casey. And Casey would prefer to just sit and read and drink coffee all day long. But I can at least be Casey for a couple hours every day. So I think I can manage that, hopefully. I think. My third goal is I would like to take myself off of an uploading schedule. I was very rigid with myself in 2018. I had to post every Sunday and Wednesday, and if I didn't, I was absolutely devastated. Like, I was so upset with myself. I would lose sleep over it. I would just like freak out, and I'm sure Alan is sick and tired of it. So this year, I'm going to take a little bit more of an erratic approach. It doesn't have to be every Sunday and Wednesday. I would like to post at least twice every week, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and I don't need to lose sleep over it, because overall, I would at least like to get 8 videos out every month. So if I get 8 out, I'm doing good. I'm not pushing myself too hard. I think I can manage that, especially if I get into the habit of pre-filming a whole bunch on the weekends. Like today, this is my second video that I'm filming. I have a third one that I'm going to film as well. So hopefully I can make a habit of doing this and having some books, having some videos kind of sitting on the back burner of like, I can upload this, I can make this video happen this day instead of that day. But there are going to be some videos that are actually always going to be on the same days. My wrap-up is always going to be on the end, or the very last day of every month. And my TBR is always going to be on the first day of every month. Those are the only 2 videos I'm promising are going to be consistent. And that's just because I would like some structure, but not like the entire channel be structured. Because I spent way too long on that. I spent way too long stressing about that. So I'm not going to do that to myself because that's torture. But I will definitely have at least 8 videos out every month. So I will at least guarantee that. Ooh, it's starting to rain outside. I love rain, especially when I'm home by myself. And I am! My next one is I would like a little bit more me time. I started getting really good at me time in 2018 just because having Alyssa opened up a whole bunch of things that I didn't know I had. So I would like to focus on me a lot more this year. I know that's a little selfish, but it's realistic. I have to take care of myself if I'm going to take care of anybody else. And I have 2 people in my life that I definitely have to take care of. But I also have a mom who is taking care of both of her parents. So like, she's Wonder Woman. And I have to take care of her too, because I work for her. I do her editing for her videos, which I will link her down below. She is If You Have an Egg. She's amazing. If you want to lose weight, follow her. She's awesome. She does Weight Watchers. She has been successful at it. She has lost 50 pounds. I hope to follow some of her stuff this year because I definitely need to lose some weight too, but that's okay. But I would like to take care of her as well because she has worked her butt off this year and she deserves some help. Like, she is amazing and I love her, and I didn't mean for this video to become about my mom, but I love her and I want her to have some help too. And those are actually it for my 2019 goals. I ultimately will probably have some others, but not important enough to put in a video like this. Oh, it's actually like really storming outside all of a sudden. I hope the power doesn't go out. But those are my big 3. I'm really excited about them. I think they were attainable. I hope. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you all stick with me throughout 2019. I'm really excited about it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how 2019 treats everybody, because hopefully it's good. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!